Zoe Pound, one of the city's most notorious gangs.
Critical Thinkers Podcast.
I sold crack all my life, ever since I was 11 years old. While the other young boy was trying to, in the park, playing football or baseball, I was on the streets getting money.
Their goals were simple.
There was no rules in war.
Internet world, what's going on? Welcome to Critical Thinkers. Well, you know what we say over here, God made Haitians and little Haiti made Zoes. Before we get into the content today, just like the thumbnail said, yes, Fat Joe, Terror Squad, Big Pun, shut Zoe Pound down. But before we get into our little Haiti stories, I'm going to let my boy Junk right here come on in and see what he got to say. Go ahead, Junk.
How y'all doing, social media? It's your main man, Junkie Junk. Back at it again. Little Haiti soldier. First and foremost, I like to extend high honors to the ancestors. Our ancestors being the ancestors of the Nile Valley that were responsible for some of the greatest civilizations that the world have ever witnessed. Those civilizations were predicated on the principles of Ma'at, which we define as truth, order, and righteousness. Y'all know we always got to bless the house this way because it is those ancestors' shoulders that we stand on for sure. We come from a royal bloodline, and that's where we gonna stand. What's going on with you today, big bro?
Boy, Junk just chilling, just thinking about back in the days when Fat Joe and them shut us down. Boy, that was a day, Junk, I never forget, my brother. You remember that night, Junk, when we went out to the, where we was going that night?
Hell yeah, I remember that night. It's clear as day, bro. That was the Jay-Z and DMX concert. Jay-Z was real hot. I think that was like 1998 or early 1999. DMX was, it had to be because DMX was real hot then, and Jigga had that I think that was that Hard Knock Life. Was that the Hard Knock Life? It was the Hard Knock Life demonstration that he was putting out.
And what arena we went to that night? Was that the old Miami Arena?
That was the old Miami Arena.
Okay.
Before they tore it down.
Yes.
That was one of the last concerts before they shut that down.
So let's just get into the story. So this how the story go. We all mobbed up that night. We in Little Haiti getting ready to go to the concerts. All the boys got ready. All the boys got on their jewelry. We was known for having the big Cuban links. You understand me? The chunks. All the boys had their jewelry game up the park. So we was really feeling ourselves that night. We really felt like nobody in the world was fucking with us.
I'm telling you.
But was we wrong? Okay? So, Junk, I remember we get to the place. We get to the arena. The lights on. All the boys sit down. Lights go off. Concert come on.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody doing their thing. I guess it was a mission time. Them lights came on. Junk, all I know, when I looked around, I seen these fat Chicos looking like Samoans, but these Chicos had on these big Cuban links.
Yeah.
Made our Cuban links look like kids' chains.
For sure.
Yo, when I realized and looked around to see who it was, Big Pun, Fat Joe, and the Cuban links. But them Chicos had big chunks.
Yeah.
Swinging, Junk.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, a nigga gotta tighten up.
Yeah.
Next day, I remember the boys, I know the next day I went straight to the CMO building, to the jeweler, had my little chain, swinging to my chain to my stomach.
Right.
You understand me? Because I vowed never to be shut down like that again. Yeah. But they made a nigga go get right, Junk. You remember that night?
They sure did. They sure that. Like I said, bro, I remember it vividly because we was damn near in the aisle right in back of the walkway. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember DMX was performing there. He was just performing because I'm talking about them bitches was going crazy in that thing. All of a sudden, you know how the chunk be swinging and make that sound, you know what I mean? You can hear when that medallion swinging from the chain. You feel me? But it was just something about that sound, cause it was like, man, I was like, damn, who the hell hanging that heavy, man? Cause that shit was like good. Man, all I did was look back, cause remember all them boys had the TS. They was Terror Squad.
Big piece.
Cuban Links, the Terror Squad, Cuban Links, Fat Joe, Pun was there. Dog, them dudes had Bruh, them medallions was so big.
Like dinner plates. Them niggas
Yeah.
had dinner plates on their necks.
Damn, they
Okay?
look like stop signs and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dog, ain't no hate though. No
Them
hate.
New York niggas sent them Miami boys back to the jewelry
Yeah,
store
boy,
to
we
get
went-
right.
yeah.
But we got right though.
Yeah, we went and got right.
We got right. Okay.
I actually went in, you know what I'm saying, put my links damn near to my navel, and the piece made that thing hang to my dick. We say, boy, hey, when we come back out, man, that thing got to be hanging to the dick.
To the
Fuck
stomach.
that,
At
boy.
least to
Hey,
the stomach.
I ain't gonna lie,
Yes,
boy.
sir. Yes, sir.
And you know, Fat Joe, you know one thing about Fat Joe, he had that Miami swag too. Fat Joe, one of the first rappers that was down here grinding way back. Remember when Shaq had that "What's Up, Doc?" Kerry Rock? It was that was Fat Joe's work putting that boy in the game. You know what I mean? With in the industry, because you know, Shaq ball player, but Shaq had that talent too. I think Fat Joe was in that video. So Fat Joe he was on his game about Miami. So you know, he
And
knew.
more than that, the Cubans started the Cuban Link game.
Exactly.
You understand me? So
Right.
it was only right, you know, for them to
Yeah.
represent like that. But the Cubans in Miami, we started the Cuban Link game, Miami niggas, but the Cubans brought it to Miami.
Yeah.
So it was only right that them Spanish brothers represented for their culture,
Yeah.
and they
They
taught
did that.
us a lesson that and that.
Don't come half stepping.
If you ain't gonna come correct, don't come at all.
Don't come at all.
That was the
bro.
moral of the story. So
Yeah.
I want to thank Fat Joe and the Terror Squad,
Definitely.
okay, for shutting Zoe Pound down that night and got us right. Because we all went and got right. And after that day, I don't think it was a clique in Miami could have fucked with us
You
after
know
that
what?
day.
They stop us from being undefeated, bro. Fat Joe them stop us from being undefeated because we didn't get shut down on no other platform when it came to that street. The street G's represent. Man, that was about the only defeat
But
for
nah,
real.
we shut Cash Money them down. Because
shut-
remember when they
we shut
first
them
came around?
shut
Aye,
them-
aye, aye.
We shut them down.
Aye, aye, aye.
Yeah.
Okay? Before they got that money.
Real talk.
Okay,
Real talk.
we shut Cash Money them down though.
I
'cause
can remember when
that
Judy-
shit was looking for Gazy
Yeah,
when I first met them
remember
niggas.
because I remember that one night. They was performing in Club Amnesia. Remember the club with the hole in the roof and on the beach.
Club Bed
and Judy was
Amnesia.
doing that He was doing that song.
They booed him that first
They
time he
booed
went
him.
there.
And remember, they had them little square pieces, them
And
little
they
square
had
Cash Money pieces. With
Jafini
the,
type watches. They wasn't
Right.
even real rollies.
That's the one Turk fell. Hey, that's the one Baby and Turk fell out about when he was talking about the Geneva watches they had on that album.
Genevas.
That's what made Baby real
They
mad.
had little baby herringbone chains. That shit was looking
yeah,
crazy.
they was grinding then. They was really grinding, but Baby didn't like the fact that Turk put that out there, man, and he never forgave him about that.
In Cash Money defense, they came back
They
with
came
them
back hard.
rollies.
Yeah, they came
They
back
came
hard.
back around.
They came back
went and
hard.
did their little tour.
Yeah.
Next time Juvie came back to Miami,
Yeah.
he tore that shit down.
Yeah.
Them boys had on real rollies.
Yeah.
Them boys stepped their game up. That's one
Actually-
thing I could say.
Actually, when we met him that night in Circle House, when we had that big dice game that night, man, remember Hap had the sicklest, the iciclest watch, identical to Baby. That's how him and Baby started dealing with each other and was fucking with each other. Cause when Baby seen his watch, you know he peeped the whole
Hold on,
scene.
John. Truth be told,
Yeah.
I'm the one shut that shit down.
Right,
When
right.
I came through that motherfucker.
You did
And
with
Baby
the,
saw
with
me
the
with the
folding
big
bracelet. Yeah,
Look
yeah.
here, Baby shut that whole shit down and say, hold on, nigga.
Yeah.
They called me Mr. Bling Bling, but nigga, you doing it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Now Happy came back around with him that dice game.
Right, because
And
we was at the table, because we was
Okay.
at the pool table then. And when Hat pull out his little bread, to put down, he seen the watch, so he like, hold up, Playboy, let me see that watch. Hat was like, what you want to see this? Pull that thing off, just threw it on the table. Man, when Baby grabbed that watch,
He saw it was
and
real.
he just felt that
Real
weight.
money in the building.
And he already knew what it was.
Official
From that
niggas.
point on, he was like, man, fuck
Y'all the
that.
real ones.
Y'all the real ones, boy. Y'all remind us of us when we was on the street, man. From here on out, man, it's 305 and 504, boy. We hooked up. That's how that went, for sure.
Yeah, the one thing I could say about the relationship with Cash Money, it was real.
It was real,
It was
bro.
real
It was
genuine.
genuine.
You
Yeah.
understand me? When I met Baby, Lil Wayne, he was a kid. He ain't really,
Right.
was around too much shit. But
Right.
BG,
Yeah. Turk,
Juvie.
Yeah.
They was real official
Yeah,
niggas from wherever hood they came from.
Right.
They was official tissue.
Yeah, they was official.
That's why it was so easy for us to connect with them niggas because they was just like us.
Just like
when
us,
you
bro.
realize these rap niggas was just like us, the connection, the realness, it was there. That's why Zoe Pound and Cash Money was able to keep that relationship for over 20, 30 years.
For sure.
You understand me? Because when we met them niggas, we welcomed them with open arms. No funny business. No funny bunny business. We never wanted nothing out their pockets. You understand me? We rock with them on real official gangster business.
That's right.
You understand me? That's one thing about Zoe Pound. Every celebrity we ever rock with, it was never about their money.
Yeah, because there's a lot of dudes, you know what I mean? They got it twisted. You know, you used to hear the crazy shit about, man, you fuck with them ZP niggas, boy. You know, they about that extortion. Niggas are trying to rob you and kidnap you. Nigga, the fuck we gonna be trying to rob and kill and try to take what we had? You feel me?
But Junk, look, we gotta be honest.
Yeah.
We never robbed rappers. We never fuck with celebrities. But when it came to that kidnapping game, when it came to
on
that
another
on
level, on the street
when
level,
it came to getting that,
when we got the work tip, you feel what I'm saying?
So
we
now,
street niggas, player, you know.
But you can't blame the people for thinking, you know what I'm saying? Because they knew what we was doing on the streets. They thought we were doing it to these rappers. But not knowing our principles and morals wouldn't allow us to extort a nigga for his money. We was getting our own money. But now if they would have had them bricks, they would have had that. We was coming. But if rap money, we ain't want nothing to do with their rap money. We was getting our own money. You understand me? That's why all the celebrities, they was always safe around us. Like I said, we was stand up niggas, but we wasn't angels. But we had a code and a moral that we lived by, and we never broke it for no one. You understand me? That's what made Zoe Pound stand out from the rest of them. Our morals, our standards, and Zoe Pound will always be different because Zoe Pound in the history of niggas getting money together, you could call them a gang, a clique. Zoe Pound is the only clique or gang never had a leader. We was a leaderless clique. Every nigga on our crew was a leader. Every nigga was a boss. Every nigga was a shot caller. Every nigga would pick up that gun and go put in his own work. We ain't never go ask another nigga to go put in work that we put in our own work. So every nigga that ran with the almighty Zoe Pound was official tissue. We was a leaderless gang. Every nigga had to be able to stand on his own business. That's what made Zoe Pound stand out from the rest of them. And we ran with the best of them. John Doe, Booby Boys. And we always had respect for them. They had respect for us. You understand me? That's what made Zoe Pound, Zoe Pound. And we went anywhere in the world, Carol City, Liberty City, Overtown, 15th Avenue, and we put that flag for the Zoes and we stood on it and we represent. We put our life on the line for this Z shit. You understand me? That's why each one of my niggas, we live by a Z code that we'll never break it for no one. You understand me? This Z code shit stands deep. You understand me? It was a time little Haiti was being laughed at. Haitians were being laughed at. And that's one thing we wasn't going for. We stood up for the weak. None of my niggas was never bullies because they was real niggas from the beginning. But a lot of they friends and cousins, you know, they went through it. You understand me? So when Zoe Pound got together in the 90s and we formed this family, this brotherhood, and we demonstrated our demonstration, we showed no mercy. We were savages because we had the whole little Haiti on our back. We was fighting for respect. You understand me? And when I say we was fighting for respect, not just for us, for every Haitian that came to America and was oppressed from our own black brothers. You understand me? Because the Americans went through racism through the crack of slavery. The Haitians came to America and they went through slavery from their own black brothers. That's a motherfucking shame. And we all the same. But Zoe Pound put in that demonstration and got the respect that Zoes should have got from the beginning. They should have never had to fight for it. But Junk, we did that for the whole Zoe nation.
But see, what made us so unique, bro, what made us different is this. This was the big difference, right? Like you said, you feel me? We was raised by our older homies, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, our generations is what brought Zoe Pound into fruition, right? But we had older homies that we looked up to, vultures. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas. That always told us.
Big Kid.
For sure. Big Kid have
official.
A lot of the big homies that really rep Little Haiti and didn't let no other race, whether it was American, Spanish, it was just law, principles that you just don't let nigga try you. And that's how we live by and die by that code. So in essence, we just felt like if it's a Zoe that would not defend himself or was being picked on, we wasn't gonna let motherfucker disrespect Zoes, period, because that's how much we cared about our people. And in a nutshell, the same dudes that was putting down them demonstrations, you know what I mean, in the hood, you know, against and oppressing Zoes, we ended up in the jailhouses with them. And they was able to watch how, you feel what I'm saying, not only from the street how we represented, but even in the joint how we represented. You know what I'm saying? It was a time.
This was before ZMF.
Yeah,
it was
this
a
way
time in the
before.
90s when you
Right.
was a Haitian or a Zoe and you went to
Right.
prison,
Right.
you had to stand on your own 10 toes.
That's right.
'Cause I remember when I went to prison, I was in prison with Ken Ray.
Right.
Right? And we was like the only two niggas from Little Haiti. You understand me? And we had to stand on it.
Right.
And if you know Ken Ray, he represented.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to my brother Ken Ray, one
Yeah.
of the realest niggas that ever came out
Man,
of
you
Little
know what's so
Haiti.
funny about Ken Ray? Bro, rest in peace. You know, he had changed his name over to Zulu. He was Zulu Nation. That boy had done got ripped up in the joint. But me and Ken Ray, dog, we was in the county jail back in 1995, dog. You know, I had turned 18 in 94, went downstairs. So they got me in the house of pain. Me, Mac, Fats. We was on B2. But we had put a demonstration down in B2 and we had put a couple of niggas on the door and they moved us out the cell. So now they put me on the 5th floor. So Ken Ray down B wing, I'm on A wing. So I ain't know what the fuck Ken Ray had done did, but he had done got into it with a nigga, right? So me and Ken Ray, we met up in the schoolhouse in the jail, because in the jail they had school, you know, and they'll call you for school called the whole float. So that demonstration used to be kind of dangerous too, because when they let everybody out, you out with all wings. So if you got beef on these wings, you know, say you could bump head. Sure as shit stink, man. Ken Ray walk in the classroom, bruh, and he must have had some beef with this nigga. He didn't see the nigga coming. Man, the nigga walked straight in the door and stole off on Ken Ray. Bam! Caught Ken Ray. So me, just off instinct, I'm like, damn, that's my dog. Man, got right in that nigga ass, Kester.
Like you supposed to.
Got on that nigga ass. I'm talking about the nigga hit Ken Ray so hard though, bruh. He kind of stumbled. He was dazed. So while me and the nigga rumbling, Ken Ray got to shake back. And we both got on that nigga ass right
Like
there in the schoolhouse. They shut the schoolhouse down, and we was out of that motherfucker. They shut the schoolhouse down for like 2 months. They were like, nah, we ain't doing that no more, because that was dangerous. But dog, my dog, boy.
Yeah, Ken Ray was one of them niggas, one of them honorable mention soldiers out of Little Haiti. Ken Ray, I remember when I got out of prison for the second time, Ken Ray pulled up on me.
Right.
You know, I guess he getting a little money in Bama.
Yeah.
Right? So he pulled up on me, tell me to roll with him. He got a situation, whatever. Yeah. You know, I politely declined, because, you know, I always say no to them country niggas.
Right.
Okay? So, but, you know, Ken Ray did stop by, you know what I'm saying, try to take a nigga up that road. And the one thing of people, you know, Ken Ray one of the funniest niggas you ever meet in your life.
Right,
you understand me?
right.
Any situation you're going through,
yeah.
but there was plenty of nights and days in that penitentiary that a nigga was down and Ken Ray will come to a nigga bunk, make a nigga laugh. He'll never let you be down.
Yeah.
Ken Ray gonna always find something to brighten up your day.
Yeah.
You understand me? But like I say, John, we come from the 90s.
Yeah.
Right? The 80s gave us the game, the 90s raised us. And back then,
bro,
you had to be real.
Hell
you
yeah.
had to be a savage to survive. You understand me?
Right.
To separate yourself from the rest, you
Yeah.
had to be willing to go the distance. You
Yeah,
understand
of
me?
course, bro.
And we had no choice but to be real.
That's
a lot
right.
of these other generations, they got a choice to be real. They got
Yeah.
the internet, the computer, they could stay home.
Yeah.
They could create an identity, get themselves a nickname.